I think it's a pretty good bet that no creature terrified people more in 2013 than the black-eyed kids, and with good reason. Encounters with the spooky children have grown from a creepy tale whispered about on internet message boards to major plot points in Hollywood films, begging the question, are the Becks the new Bigfoot? While that remains to be seen, the stories of personal run-ins with the black-eyed kids keep racking up in our inbox. And our nightmares. Take the following account sent in to us from an airman at a Texas military base. It's one thing to scare a woman alone in her home, but to terrify a trained military man on base? That only goes to show how frightening these kids really are. Buckle up, this story is a good one. I'm a 6'7", 260 pounds airman who was prior Special Forces. About a month ago, while stationed at a base in Texas that I will not disclose, I was up drinking a beer when I heard a knock on my dorm door. I got up out of bed thinking it was my piss mate, and since we have Jack and Jill styled bathrooms connecting our rooms, I opened our bathroom door and there was nothing. Being confused as hell, I heard this sharp rapping on my door again, so I look out my peephole. Now the hole, being quite settled halfway down the door, I had to bend down to look through it. Standing there in front of me was a boy who looked about 17 or 18 at the most. I asked what's up, and he looked up with a smile that I can only describe as partially cruel and hungry looking. With a gaunt face, the boy asked me if he could use my phone. I said, "Sorry bud, I'm about to go to sleep, so try the SP building across the parking lot." I closed the door, thinking nothing of it. He knocked again, and I walked over to my window, this time to intimidate the boy into leaving me be. I pulled my blinds up and looked straight at him. He looked up at me. I'd say he was only 5'9" and about 140 pounds. Real gaunt and frail looking guy. Believe me when I say I don't scare easily, but something about him made me feel uneasy as all hell. He looked up at me and asked if he could come in again, and then I saw his eyes. They were empty-looking coals, and a smile crept to his mouth, that same hungry predatory smile, and I felt goosebumps on my legs and back. Something wasn't right. I said, "I'm going to tell you one more time before I kick your ass to get lost." I turned around to get my phone and looked back, and he was gone. The only thing that I can't help but shake is the feeling that I'd seen him somewhere before. In Pennsylvania, 2 years before that night, I was working in a gas station. Late one night I was working a 11 to 7 shift in late October, still in high school, when I saw him walk across a 4-lane highway to our pumps and stare at me and my brother, who were outside smoking a cigarette. My brother yelled over to him asking if he needed anything, and it was that same reply. He needed to use our phone. My brother told him it was behind the counter and he can't use it, but the kid kept on coming closer. We went inside and he stood in front of the shop glass, and he just knocked for about 5 or so minutes until my brother got a bat and went outside. He said the same thing I did, that the kid had a white face and black eyes. I'm uneasy about this. I shouldn't be terrified like this. Sweet dreams.